AnalogMan King of Tone. You can buy one for a lot of money on Reverb, because resale prices are high. If you want to just purchase it for the normal price, you have to get on a waitlist. And I've been on that list since 2018. And there is nothing showing that I'll be getting one soon. And I just refuse to pay a lot of money for a resale one. So I've been on the waitlist. But now, Bliss partnered with AnalogMan to create the Brothers AM. The Brothers was a Bliss pedal back in the day, their overdrive fuzzy pedal. Now they have the AM. That's basically a King of Tone while adding all the Bliss goodies. And it'll still be more affordable than getting a King of Tone on Reverb. I am beyond excited about this. When they told me about this a month ago, I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm in. We're just gonna dive right in. The MXR Prince of Tone had a little switch, so you can choose clipping modes from OD to boost to dist, which is distortion. You're not gonna get distortion out of it, it's just harsher clipping, more compressed, so it changes the flavor of the overdrive. So it might be a little bit confusing if you think you're gonna get distortion, you're not. It just changes the clipping. On the top there is an option to add high gain per channel, because the AnalogMan has the option to install a high gain mod. Whenever you purchase a new one, you can sell one channel 2 high gain or one channel 1 high gain or both. You can do that with 2 dip switches on the top here. Lots of options there, just look at the manual. I'm not gonna dive into all of these options because the video will just be too long. But we're gonna explore clean tone first. Channel 1. There we go. This is pedalboard material. It's so cool. It's so cool that they collaborated. Bliss and AnalogMan. Who would have thought? Increasing the gain. Clean up on the volume knob. Trying the switch. It's on OD now. We're gonna go to boost. Opens up a little. And then dist. A lot more compressed. I love it here in the middle. Just a stock setting. Rolling back on the tone a little because I am playing a Strat. And we're gonna engage the treble booster. And that sounds like this. This is gonna sound even better with humbuckers. Let's flip the treble switch there. Insanely cool. Now channel 2 is this. Bliss and AnalogMan. It's so cool. More gain. Boost setting. And then the dist. And bumping volume a little. Going back to OD, and then let's lower the gain here a little and there. Stacking them together. So now it is time to switch to the high gain settings with the dip switches on the top here, the left two. You can see that the LEDs turn red, indicating mayhem. Let me just take my phone out of the pocket because it's interfering. I just drank some orange juice over like the reflux thing going on. So let's lower the gain a bit. And they can say, I just want channel 1 to be high gain. Sorry, channel 2. And let's hear them on their own. And this is without. And channel 2. And it can still be mellow. It just gives you higher gain, wider range. with the treble booster. Yeah, expression. This is a MIDI pedal. You can do MIDI presets, but you can also attach an expression pedal and have any of the knobs work with the expression pedal. Meaning you can control tone with it, you can control gain with it, you can control both those things simultaneously. And it's nothing more than just plugging in your expression pedal and selecting the dip switches on the top. And that is what I'm gonna do for volume, and then I'm gonna let you guys hear it. Set it to control gain. And a little bit of harmonic tremolo and delay. Harmonic tremolo, Joel. It's a hint. Ratings, build quality, Chase Bliss pedal, metal everything except for dip switches, but you know, you don't stomp on those. 10 out of 10. Innovation, do we really need to talk about that? I mean, Chase Bliss is one of the very, very few brands that can take something boring as a, I don't know, 20, 30-year-old overdrive pedal and capture the essence of that beautiful tone and turn it into something that's such an inspiring tool. It's like with all their pedals, they're very inspiring. For a lot of people, it can be a little overwhelming, myself included. This just invites you to try stuff like expression and be creative with that, because it makes it so easy, and you can tweak it to your liking without having to dive into manuals and remember settings. And even if you're not gonna use the MIDI presets, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, long story short, 10 out of 10. Looks, it stays true to the AnalogMan King of Tone purple. It looks a little bland though. A lot of their pedals are just masterpieces. For a Chase Bliss pedal, I'm surprised that this looks the way it does. I mean, it does look good, but it doesn't feel like a Chase Bliss pedal. 8 out of 10. Ease of use. Well, if you take it out of the box, everything is self-explanatory. If you want to ignore the dip switches, you can. And then it just functions like any other overdrive pedal, and yeah, you know what it does. It's really easy. If you want to experiment, Chase Bliss includes with all their pedals a very handy field guide, and that just takes you through all the functionalities of the pedal without being too overwhelming, and it shows you examples and how you can use stuff, which is super cool. If you want to start using expression and the dip switches and stuff like that, it's all explained in here. So for a somewhat complicated and sophisticated pedal with the MIDI stuff, the expression stuff, the dip switches, it's still really easy to use. And if you don't want to use it, you can. So 9 out of 10. Sound. Well, the King of Tone is praised for its immaculate tone. It sounds just like one. I mean, it feels like one. I've used them in the past. I've borrowed one here and there, but I don't have one to like A/B it. But you know, who cares? It sounds very, very, very good. So, 10 out of 10. Pricing. I think this will be at the lower end of the Chase Bliss style pedals, on par with Habit, I think, and some others. I don't think it will be as expensive as like a Therme. It's a lot of money for basically a dual overdrive pedal and a boost. So if you're not going to use any of the other functionality, there are more affordable and fantastic sounding options on the market as well. However, I feel like that this can inspire people because it's really easy to start experimenting with the expression stuff. And it will give you a new range of tones, and you start playing differently. You know, it's a very good sounding tool that inspires, and for that I think it's worth every penny. But like I said, if you just need an overdrive pedal, there are better options out there. This sounds fantastic, but yeah, for what you're getting, I think the price is fair. 8 out of 10. Brings the total to a staggering 9.1 out of 10. And with reason. This has quickly become my favorite overdrive pedal for now, you know, and you know how it goes. You get other pedals in, and then they are the favorite overdrive pedals. But you know, there are so many overdrive pedals out there on the market that it's hard for an overdrive pedal to impress me this much. It did, and I absolutely love it. I hope you do too. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!